Righto, qualifying is in, warm-up is done. Grid for the second part of 2025 has been run and done. Who took away your pole position? Trent Allen has managed to take it on pole position for Revolution E-Racing to start us off. Isaac Curtis will be lining up alongside of him. That'll be a significantly improved qualifying position and a step up to the pro class for him. Matt Webber and Jesse Butler will line up in behind those guys, Rue Koistra and Luke King. Owen Coleman, only good enough for 7th place on the grid, ahead of Nathan Tapp. In 8th spot, Martin Hallinan and Luke Capozza, the first of the Challenger class drivers down in 9th and 10th. It's Lachlan Cable, ignore him, part of the race controlling team here tonight. He is filling in on pace car duties here tonight, which is perfect timing for us to get through the grid, because here comes the green flag, and there's a big checkup on the inside lane. There's somebody who's got issues on that inside lane. There's a massive checkup, and they'll all go scrambling. There'll be a bunch of cars back there that'll either have penalties or they'll be losing time for overtaking potentially, so they'll all feed down through into Abbey for the first time here tonight. The hairpin at Farm, can they pull it up nice and accurately? They are 3 wide in the middle of the pack, and this is, have a look at the junk back there. There's a car off on the side. I think that might be Brock Kadai.
Gotta slow down.
Car around, actually, out of Farm. There is one car that's being rotated. Nick Bottrell's facing in the wrong direction at the moment. There's a feed onto the Wellington straight out of Village for the first time.
Yeah, lots happening here, Scotty. Lots happening. That inside checkup was a massive problem, and now is left half the back end of the field having a good old go with themselves currently. And there's people been round and everything. It has been a little bit chaotic about what's gone on here. I don't know if that start's going to get looked at. We'll have to pay close attention and see what RC messages come out at the moment. And this is the problem. We've got that lead battle, let's not forget as well. Trent Allen and Curtis up front with Webber sitting in behind them as well. There's a second, 1.2 between the 3 leaders. And look at the brands at the front. They're all Mustangs, which you wouldn't put out there together.
With the tyre update, the Mustang has been jumping a fair bit further forward, but yeah, you're right. I wouldn't have necessarily put the Mustang be doing well here. Either way, this little battle in the mid-pack at the moment is now going to go 3 wide down the front straight away. Was for 7th spot. Was actually for 6th spot as Nathan Tapp manages to take that one away from Luke King. Owen Coleman's desperately trying to show a nose any way he can, as he's going to dive up the inside as they get down to Farm. And he will defend that one off from James Mason. Won't get the job done on Luke King. And Luke King looks a little bit like a cork in the bottle. Like he had speed in qualifying, but he's just struggling to find that balance at the moment, as the McLaren's a little bit edgy coming off of Village onto the Wellington straight.
Yeah, it's always going to be the same, unfortunately. Then we've got the Porsche of Coleman in behind Tapp at the moment. Tapp's got to get that car settled down. He's got to give it at least another lap or half a lap before he can start trying to go forward. We've got Capozza's in the background behind these guys, and Mason's in there as well. So there's going to be lots of action in and around this mid-pack. You can see the groups on the left-hand side. We've got the top 3, then we've got 2 seconds to the next 2, then we've got 3 seconds to the next 6 or 7. Then it's another 1.3, then another 1.1. There's a lot going on at this moment in time in this, and there's a lot of things that are going to be happening over these next 2 hours. It's 1 hour 54 to go, and they've just got to make sure that they can at least stay on the road, or at least try and pick up some positions before they start edging into that pit stop cycle. This is one of the problems. Keep off the sausage gabs as much as you can, because you're going to unsettle the car. Take them all or leave them well alone, because you don't want to half-heart it, I can tell you that much.
You really want to try and flight the car if you can over them. That way it's landing once you've come back over the top of them. There it is. There's the update for PJ Whiteman. 15-second time penalty, causing an incident, and that was from one of the issues on lap 1. So, and there was a few of those. At the moment, front 3 have sort of broken away. Showing a yellow flag against...
It's got to slow down. It's got to slow down. It's a new slowdown flag in SDK. Basically, it's the yellow. It shows that they've got slowdowns now. You'll also see an orange and black if they've got a meatball. And then a black flag completely if they've disconnected. So that will also be there. If he makes one mistake, he's going to plummet.
Yeah. So they're all, just in that little bit of a group. So for now, we just sort of got to keep an eye on Buchanan's really the only elite class driver that's in that group and in that area. tricky thing I think around Silverstone here is that left front tyre and the left rear tyre are going to, well, depends how you manage the left rear tyre, but you certainly be able to manage it significantly more than you manage the left front tyre in this new tyre model. Well, it can take some abuse, but the lap times will start to fall off if you're not looking to be a little bit conservative on that tyre. Qualifying times, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, pole position was 1:58.8. Fastest laps on the race thus far, 59.4, so 6 tenths of a second slower thus far.
Yeah, I think at the moment, Scotty, I'm not overly worried about this situation. I think for a minute, although they're repping lap times and everything else, and I get it, 59.422, Trent Allen, fastest lap of the race at the moment. This beginning stage is vitally important. It's about getting your position. It's about getting your rhythm. It's about knowing where you're at. Gee whiz, Batman. As Owen Coleman and Tap going side by side as well.
Racing, yeah, you're right. And Coleman will manage to pick that spot up as he goes down through Stowe. We'll cover it off as they get to the end of the lap as well. Parks up on the apex. Pass completed. Now he'll get the eyes full with a little bit of clear air ahead of him. They're firing in an anger in behind. Field will go. And we are green flag from the front end of this one after our first safety car of season 2, 2025. Half an hour into the race. 90 minutes to go. And with some strategy games to yet turn on their head, and there was a sideways car in the first section. I believe it was Tap yet again. Sorry, my apologies. It was Luke King.
Yeah, the Porsche there off the side of the circuit, unfortunately there for King. I think Ricky might have taken a trip down the side of as well. There's a couple of people that have. Composer's made a mistake. He is dropping down the order from the leader. The challengers, Composer is off track somewhere at this moment in time. Trent Stapleton's also been off. Wilkes has also been off. There's a lot happening on this restart.
Yeah, we might jump straight back into another safety car. 94 is in the fence. There's multiple cars here that are in the fence and needed so at the moment. It looks on the surface. For the meantime, Trent Allen, the only thing Trent Allen can do is just continue to set best laps. I reckon he's going to be in a strategy hole. I've got to be honest. He's got much more fuel to add to this car than this one.
Yeah, this is going to play a part, but we knew they were all going to be out of sorts from that first safety car, and it's not going to change, I don't think. I think there's going to be a couple of people out of sorts. Halloran's having a bit of a battle there in with Bobby Camo and Saxon. Adcock's broken away from Mason and Gorringe here with Buchanan in behind. There's still going to be battles materialising here, Scotty, for the next 50 minutes, I think. This isn't going to really give us a rough idea until about 25 minutes, 20 minutes to go to know who's where on pit stops and who's where with their fuel struts.
Yeah, that's the problem, is we're just sort of guessing up until that point. See a few more penalties actually coming in on that penalty sheet as well. So for the meantime, lap traffic are starting to become a factor in this race. But bits and pieces, Matt Webber closes back in. That's on Dale Atkins, and Atkins has been lifting out the bulk of the way throughout tonight's proceedings. So again, just allows another one to go through. The tricky part is that's Nathan Tapp just in behind him. And have a look at Ruud Koistra, finally latched on. So we will see the Koistra versus Nathan Tapp battle that we've been waiting for.
Yeah, these guys are going to battle this out, I think, and see how this one goes. You see Saxon, Camo, Hanlon behind it, Mason, Gorringe having a battle. Then you've got Foster, Chapman and Composer is trying to recover from his earlier incident at the same time. There's going to be lots of things taking shape here over this next, 49 minutes. It's going to be now, these guys want to put themselves in a position to be able to get this final pit stop if there's one needed, and to find out where they're going to be, because at the moment this literally in regards to fuel strategy is all over the place.
So with under 50 minutes now left on the clock and rapidly approaching that 2/3 race distance.
Well done.
Here we go, and that was headlight flashing from Nathan Tapp, who's trying to get down the lap car. So again, places that lap car in the middle of this little battle pack.
All right, you're the one who had to wear the tutu, mate, not me. I didn't do it.
Far out.
Listen,
This is the battle.
I might be doing other things, but I'm not the one wearing the tutu on camera for broadcast.
Yeah, look, I lost a bet one time. I'm going to be paying for it for the rest of my life. In the meantime, Ruud Koister is trying to win a bet on a racetrack as he tips into the Stowe deep as he gets in there. Or was it Nathan Tapp checking up a little bit? These guys will be running away from the pit window. There goes Tapp, who's going to dive in the pit window. I wonder whether or not Koister caught up to him, recognised he wasn't going to get the pass done, and had been fuel saving. He'll get the overcut here. If Tapp goes for fresh tyres, those will be cold tyres. There'll be issues. Keep your eyes out for issues on the racetrack as well. Cold tyres, could be normal moments. Half an hour, we are under half an hour to go. And he's still bringing those tyres back up to temperature.
Halloran just was like, nah, you're right, mate. Crack on. That's it. Has Roux had 2 pits share? He's had 3. He's had 3.
He's good to go. So yeah,
So it's just Saxon on 2, Greg Brooks on 2, and Nick Miller, I believe, as well. And, yeah, a couple of others. Is it McMinimum's got 2 as well? So yeah, there's a couple of people still got pit stops left to go. Depending on how far they're going to go, with about 20 minutes remaining, as there Brooks is in pit lane as well.
And I will say, John Trott, I think, has got a pit stop yet to go as well. Although I believe he has stopped 3 times. I think he stopped under very, very early on in this race. So he should be in, I'm assuming, at the end of this lap. Because that's about
with a slowdown.
Yeah, that'll be important to that little battle pack.
He's got to let that get off, though. He's got to get it off, because if that turns to a black flag, well, Brooke Kadar, you've only got to have done that to yourself, sunshine. Butler with Tapp now as well. This is going to be a fight for the lead with Trott. Roux's in the mix at the same time. So 15-second penalty for Owen Coleman for lap 45, which is the one we saw, which was not a surprise. Let's be there on that one. So yeah, good mix of action going to happen for the last 19 minutes.
Yeah, here we go. Waiting for the final round of pit stops to complete, and they aren't yet complete, but they just about are. Probably expecting Jamie Saxon will do one more lap before we'll expect him into the pits.
25-second post-race time penalty.
Yeah, and there goes John Trott in the pit lane now.
Yeah, Trott goes in. Butler's going to go through. Tapp should go through. Saxon's not in a bad spot if he can get some form of gap over the guys in front with that 19 minutes to go. The question is how much of a gap is he going to have? He's got, I think that's touching 23 seconds. Saxon's now in pit lane. Let's see where he comes out.
So that just leaves us with, I think, Matt Webber to give us the final stop. Everyone else should be done. So we're just waiting on effectively one more pit stop. Other than that, we know what the running order looks like at the moment. Nathan Tapp now dives to pit lane. He only pit a couple laps ago. So this is unscheduled. Did he not get enough fuel in the car? Something to want. Nathan Tapp should be staying out. He only just pit.
Yeah, Tapp shouldn't be in. Tapp should not be in pit lane at the moment. But clearly he is.
Adrian Brecht will get promoted to that spot and that win. Nathan Tapp, curious what went on there, because that's a podium that went begging for Tapp this evening. Brock Caddy home in 12th. Great recovery effort from him. Sean Benici, that's actually one of his best drives from Benici in the Whiskey Business Racing entry.